Witches and Sundries. This is Flosstube number 30.
Woo-hoo.
We've been doing this a little while now. It is the 21st of October, Sunday.
Of November.
Of November.
We know what month it is.
Yeah. And I'm Lauren.
I'm Devyn.
You can find me on Instagram at Lauren No, that's you.
That's me.
Lauren Upstitching.
I'm Devyn _no loose ends.
And we are a mess today.
We are.
I didn't think we were when we sat down, but we have moved right into mess territory.
No, we were from the beginning because we took the stills without recording.
We were recording earlier. We went through a bunch of stuff and we're recording. It's good. It's good.
It is. It is good.
We are a podcast about cross stitch and fun projects. A lot of Halloween. A lot of upcoming wedding stuff. A lot of fun life stuff. So.
Yeah, I only have wedding and Halloween.
Yeah, that's our life.
That's my life. Wedding and Halloween.
Let me think here. What else?
What have you been up to?
We're preparing. I don't have as many updates as I would like this week because we have our Thanksgiving is a chaotic, exciting craziness, and so we have played since 2018 is I think when we started. Pathfinder, Dungeons & Dragons RPG game, online with friends. We met through playing games. So 2 of them are from Texas, 2 of them are from Delaware. And we all met on the...
2 of you are from Maryland.
And 2 of us are from Maryland. So me and my sister, we started playing because we were just looking for a group and there really was not a good way to find people through locally. It was just like the library was not that great a resource.
Well, and our town is so small. There's just, if you go an hour away to Morgantown, you might have found somebody.
I might have found somebody, but then we'd have to drive to Morgantown constantly in the winter and everything. So we just signed up on Roll20, which is an online tabletop thing, and we're like looking for group. Find us somebody to play with. And found these awesome people. And over time, the group has changed a little bit. Like, people got married, and their spouses came in to the group and everything. But we've been doing this consistently every week for 3 years now, and almost 4.
Wow.
And so this year the 2 from Texas said, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? And Thanksgiving is never a huge deal for us. We have very small family things, if anything at all. And we said nothing, and they said, we're coming up. So they are driving from Texas. They'll be here this evening. And then after talking about this for a little bit, the people in Delaware were like, well, Maryland and Delaware, touch. You have to come over. You have to come over for Thanksgiving. So now the Texans are driving up to us. They're staying a night. Then we're all loading into a car and driving to Delaware to spend a couple nights in Delaware for Thanksgiving Day.
That's really cool.
And then we're all driving back, stay again, and then the Texans hitch back down. 21 hours is their drive. Yeah, they stopped in Tennessee and camped last night.
This is the one that you made the Follow the Patriarchy?
Yeah, this is the one I made the Follow the Patriarchy for. So these are going to be good friends I've talked to every week, friends that have been
Is this the first in person?
Yes, this will be the
That's
first
really
in person
cool.
for this really awesome friend group.
That's really awesome.
I'm so all week we've been we have to clean better than usual. They're going to be staying the night. They're gonna need to use the bathroom. They take showers and stuff. It's not just people coming over for a couple hours.
Mm.
We need to clean and actually make guest space. But also then we are also getting ready for the trip over, prepping food that we're taking and doing. And it's just been
a lot.
And I'm we had a huge gap in the drywall. Because our basement renovations, if you've been with us for a while, you may have
basement saga.
You may have heard a little bit about my basement saga. When they fixed the walls after it flooded, they left this big old gap in the drywall. So Sarah says to herself, I'm going to fix that. Drywall is so hard. It's so hard to do. If you are a drywall person, I'm artist. Master.
Mm.
Master craftsman. We can't drywall anything. It took freaking 5 nights out of the 7 nights we had, and then you have to clean up drywall.
And that takes days.
It's like, no.
I'm still getting drywall dust when I vacuum.
I know. It's everywhere. I gotta, like, actually take, like, a...
What?
Like a sponge, but, like, with lots of little... fibers to, like
get
a
down
wet
in microfiber.
Yeah, to get down into the grooves of the wood and everything. Because drywall's just trapped in little spaces.
It's stuck to my trim. Yeah. I'm struggling to get it off the trim.
It's everywhere, yeah. So that's been our week. Is rushing around cleaning and Lauren having stress attacks about the freaking... Not panic attacks. Just me going, I hate home ownership. Why do we even own this place?
You're hilarious. My week has been, or my last 2 weeks, I guess, have been not as bad. Not as crazy. We kind of slowed down on house projects. We're trying to solve the problem of the car, so there's a little bit of stuff going on with that. And I've had a lot of evenings to do some stitching.
Nice.
A lot of stitching and knitting, and it's been really, really nice to fight. I feel like I finally live in my house now that I can craft in my house. I unpacked my entire craft room. I don't know if the last time we recorded I had unpacked the craft room.
I don't think you had.
I had to go to... I need to get some more furniture, so there's still a bit that's like got an unfinished feel.
Yeah.
But we can't just buy all the furniture we need at once. So it's a accumulation over time sort of thing. So I do have a spot for my yarn, and I have a new spot for all my cross stitch, which is way better than what I had before. It's amazing. I can actually, like, I have a drawer for thread. I have a drawer for fabric, and I have a drawer for, like, kits and stuff.
Oh my goodness, that is more than space you've ever had.
Before I had bags, and it's finally nice to just, I feel like I live in this house. I don't just have all my stuff in bags.
Yes.
Because living with Jason in his one bedroom, like, we're just, everything of mine was in a tote or a bag shoved under the bed or in a corner, and now it's like we can spread out. There's rooms for things. So anyway, I've been enjoying that. I wound up...
Glorious organization.
I know. I wound up my first ball of yarn in the house, and I started an orts jar. So it's all of the orts that I have made since I bought the home.
Oh my gosh.
So it's my home.
That is a special orts jar.
And I'm using, like, I have this massive Simon Pierce, like, fancy glass thing that my cousin gave me. She's like, here, you need this for your house. And I'm like, okay, it's beautiful. What am I going to do with this massive, like, I'm not a vase person. I don't have flowers just floating around. So it's orts jar.
Yes. That's so cool though that it kind of does mark the start of your house stitching.
Yeah.
Like, that's
and
fun.
I'm putting thread and yarn together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's all together.
That's super cool.
It's really cool, and I'm excited about it. And then I don't know. I think that's everything I've been doing.
Yeah.
I got lost in the woods this weekend.
Oh, that's fun.
So like I was on this trail with a friend, and we were the trail said it would walk by like an old historic schoolhouse, and we're walking. I know where the schoolhouse is from the road.
Right.
But on the trail, this is like you're supposed to go on like the hike.
The scenic way.
Yeah. And I'm like, the trail just ended at a log cabin, and I could not figure out were we supposed to go behind the cabin? Because we didn't go behind the cabin. That seemed weird.
Yeah.
But we could not figure out where it went to get to the schoolhouse from this cabin area.
Oh.
So it was weird. So we ended up, we're walking around the path, and we're going this way, and we walk back to, like, there was a point that we knew, like, okay, if I come back to this point, I can get out to the parking lot. And we just kept, like, we'd walk off, and then we walk back to our point. And we walk this way, no, that's not right. And then we were just like, okay, I give up. So we never found the schoolhouse. So we were late to the brunch thing. We were late because we got lost in the woods.
Yeah, my friends from Texas, I asked them, like, when you're here, like, we'll have a day before we have to leave. What do you want to do? Is there anything you want to see? Like, we're big. I was like, unfortunately, you kind of missed all the tourist stuff. Like, it's now cold and dark. Like, you're coming to the north and it's cold and dark. And And she's like, we love to go hiking. And I was like, well, I can't hike. I cannot take you on any hikes because I am just a broken human being. But I said Sarah will be off one day, she could take you. I was like, I'll volunteer with Sarah, she'll take you. Because I'm like, I can't hike anywhere.
Yeah, your feet are broken.
My feet are broken. Oh, I have to show you my new shoes. I bought new shoes for myself.
This trail would
Christmas.
have killed you. It was very rocky and bumpy.
All trails kill me.
Well, there's a couple of New Germany that are flat.
Yeah.
They're easy.
Yeah.
That
would probably be fine.
But this one was up a hill and it had a lot of rocks and sticks and stuff. You would have been misery.
No.
But
all right.
I have a finish, guys.
You have a finish.
So in our podcast here that is about Flosstube and cross stitching, we'll show you some finishes or a finish. This is Sweet Life by Punachka, and I am making this for a wedding decoration, also a coffee bar decoration.
It's so pretty.
And it's so cute, and I finished it all the way down to every little bonbon is beaded.
That is amazing.
So it looks great. The beading was a lot of fun. I love the placement. It looks nice and cute and decorative, and like even this one that's kind of like sporadic.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, they look like little
cookies
like
or
when you get bonbons and they have the like
sprinkles.
drizzle or sprinkles or little dots of
it's
chocolate
really
on top.
cute. So this piece I'm going to eventually finish over a just piece of canvas. I think I'm just gonna hot glue the corners like around the canvas.
Yeah, definitely.
So but it is just a cute little finish, and I was very happy to have this one done because I'm like, every week I was doing one bonbon. I'm like, I gotta speed this up.
Yeah.
So
it is one of those things where you're like, I've made progress every week, and then you're like, wait, I guess I could do this faster.
I guess I could do this. Yeah.
But you made progress on it.
I have made a lot of progress on it. So it's been going really well.
I have two.
Ooh, look at I have a new start.
Ooh, do you want to do your new start first?
It doesn't matter to me. I can do the new start.
Do your replacement for the Sweet Life.
Okay. So this is another wedding cross stitch. And this is called what is it called? Sister's Heart cross stitch pattern by Mother Bee Designs on Etsy.
B-E-E. Like
Mother B-E-E Designs. And it is a really cute swirly doodler heart.
Oh, it is pretty.
And I am using Fancy Floss. It is Weeks Dye Works, and I think the color is called Island Breeze.
Ooh.
And it is.
I do love the variegation you're getting in there.
Yeah, it is really cute. And I am, so this heart just, like right here, it says the word sisters. Actually,
you got the S there.
I have a picture, a very poorly printed picture. And I can show this because this is one of the pictures on their website.
Okay.
It's not the graph without being the graph. So the sisters, and I'm not going to do this little swirly heart. I'm just going to kind of like end it here. That's just going to, because I cut my fabric wrong. I tried to leave myself edge room and I measured wrong. That's bad. But it is really cute. I am playing a little bit of thread chicken. Because the Weeks Dye Works aren't as hefty as CMC. And so there's no information on how much thread you use.
How many skeins or anything or yardage. Yeah.
Like a lot of patterns tell you that, but this one does not. So I was hoping that one fancy, we call it fancy, like super beautiful, fancy Weeks Dye Works thread packet would work. I'm a little nervous. The word sisters is I'm through most of the
S,
the S. So it's a little thick here and it's a little thick here and
you got some chunky spots.
I got some thick spots. I pretty much have done all the thin over here, so I'm a little nervous. But we'll see.
But it is beautiful variegation.
It is looking really good.
Looks like Island Breeze. I was gonna say it looks kind of like a lagoony, like very pretty.
And so this is just a 14 count white Aida. I think I bought like the biggest roll they have at Joann's because I was trying to make it so I can get several
absolutely.
centerpieces out of it.
Yeah, cutting off that little piece of bottom too will help it be more centerpiece size.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's bigger. It's a big one.
It is a bigger one, but it is cute.
Alrighty.
So now you ship your stuff. So that's my new start. I'm very excited about it.
So this next one is for me is Hobbiton by Unova Cross Stitch, and I have made some good progress this time. Last time I said I put like
awesome.
400 stitches in it, and you couldn't really tell. I put about 600 more stitches in this, and here's what it looks like.
Look at that. That looks so good. Yeah, you can see like the bush and like almost all of Bilbo.
Yeah, Bilbo's really, I put some black in, which I had not been doing the 310. I'm just using DNC colors. I had not been doing the black because it was in another project. But I finished that project and stole the black from it. So I was like, okay. Because I have black in every single project. I'm like, I do not need 17 blacks floating around here. Not kidding up another one. But
so I bought at Walmart one of those packs of the JP coats, blacks and whites.
The just standards,
Yeah. I have so much black thread. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So Bilbo is much more defined there. I also got the smoke rings are really popping out now. His little smoke rings as he smokes. This cloud up top is new. That wasn't there. And just filled in a little bit with some of the confetti. This thing is like 98% confetti. There's almost no solids.
The door is the only solid.
The door is the only solid. There's a little bit of solid in like the yellow on the house. There's a little more over here. And there's a little black up here. And that is the only solids. So
that is awesome.
I'm just going to continue to confetti my life away.
So, like, is that kind of the whole outline, or is there more out past that?
This is pretty much the whole outline. There's maybe a little bit of, like, blurring, you know, because this will kind of fade in a little bit outside. So this is about the size of the actual
That's awesome.
design. And then I will be putting words underneath it.
Yeah.
I'll be putting text underneath. So it's coming along. Making good progress all the time. I really like this one. I definitely have a bunch of other Lord of the Rings saved. But this one is I'm learning about confetti. I was actually watching oh shoot, what is her name now? New Flosstuber that just started. Her name is Suki Lottie, and she does, we'll link her below. She does humongous full coverage pieces.
Oh man.
And I'm talking, so one thing she talked about though was starting, because she's like maybe on her third of these really large pieces. I don't think she's actually finished any of them, but she has 3 going. And she talked about all the things that she tried and turned out were wrong. And it was really helpful for someone who, I am definitely looking, one of my goals next year, and maybe we'll do an episode, we were talking about doing like a Christmas episode of all our or a New Year's episode of all our finishes for the year and plans. But I want to do a full coverage piece next year. And I'm just like so nervous about starting this. So her talking about, here's what I did and it didn't work out. Here's how I fixed it. Here's some things I learned, was super helpful. But she also is doing a super massive piece that is longer than me and you combined. Taller than me and you.
Oh, that's scary. That's too scary.
Humongous.
That's too much.
Humongous. So go check her out. Applaud her.
Applaud the work.
Her work. Oh my god. I can't imagine how long she's been working on that.
How even?
It's in a frame. It's in a scroll frame that is like taller than me.
What's a scroll frame?
The kind where you can like you put the fabric in and the fabric scrolls at the top and bottom.
Oh,
so that all
that
your
sounds
fabric
fancy.
It is. I want to get one for Christmas. I've asked for one for Christmas.
Ooh.
not one that huge.
I need to get like a Q-snap because I am still using the hoop, and the hoop I have is really small. And then I found a bigger hoop, but it moves a lot. I can't get it tightened enough to not move, so it's annoying. So I think I need a snap.
It's time for the snap.
Yeah. Hoops are good for the little ones, but even this one that we're going to show next, right? You have this?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let me get this.
So in this, we're getting ready to show the Witchy Stitcher's Cryptids, and the fabric is big enough for something much larger than the tiny little hoop that I use.
Yes.
But I found a bigger hoop. I think it's a 10-inch hoop, and it's working, but it moves. Bless you.
Thank you. Cat hair coming out of a bag. Permanently, my whole life is cat hair. When we go upstairs, and we always say this in the podcast, I'm always like, "Hey, look at my shit that I have," and then we never do. We never actually.
No.
But I have a whole drawer full of hoops and stuff like that. So come look. All right.
Raid your stash.
Raid my stash. Alrighty. Doot doot. This is Cryptid Stitch Along by the Witchy Stitcher. You're much further along than I am, as usual.
I have been trying to bust this out because we're both behind. And I'm like, I want to catch up. This is the one I wanted to keep up with. I don't know why. It's the one that I'm putting the most effort into. But it's
because it's the cutest.
Well, I've never done a stitch along, so I want to be like, I feel like I'm being part of the stitch along by stitching it along.
Yeah.
So, right now I think there's 3 ahead. There's the Jack.
There's the Jackalope.
There's the Jackalope. There's the Yeti.
Ooh, which is so cool.
And then one just came out. Which I don't remember.
The Ahul. The Ahul just came out.
So there's 3 ahead.
There's 3 out, yeah. You're catching up though.
I am doing so I was 4 behind last week, so I'm getting 1 extra done. But this next week is Thanksgiving, and she gives us a week off.
Yes,
so maybe I can make some progress in there. And I'm hoping to bring the frame down.
Yes, the frame is
do some of that.
The frame. I've been trying to bring my frame down as
Look,
I go.
I did one moon. I did one. So, I also went back through, guys, and I don't know, maybe did the back stitching that I was supposed to do here, and the corners.
Looks so good.
So I still need to do eyes on a few of them. There's 3 that need eyes. I did all the back stitching for this guy, all the back stitching for this guy.
Oh, he's done.
All the back stitching for this guy, and I think all the back stitching for the frog. So
I love that frog man.
That frog man, he pops really nicely.
Yeah, he looks fantastic on there.
And I did all the back stitching around these little skull detail things too.
Love those. Love those.
They're really cute. So, I was really disappointed this week in my progress on this, I have to say. Until you talked and you're like, look how far you got. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it is. I should give myself credit. I spent literal hours doing all the detail work on these guys.
Yeah. And
I was getting very frustrated because that detail work isn't counted on
Pattern Keeper as percent finishing up. Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm not getting anywhere. I've literally been doing this for a few hours.
Excuse me. Hey, fat cat. No. Hang on. She wants in her closet of cushions.
So, I was feeling just very frustrated by, I'm doing all this detail work and it doesn't count. But it looks really good.
It does look. It
look
looks
at
amazing.
This guy with his little he's got the outline on his ears, and I did the
grabbies.
You had options with the night crawlers, so I did the brown thread instead of the black, and I really like that subtle effect it gives.
And I did the black because on my blue, the brown was just going away. So, boop boop boop. Look at that. I love how these are both. They're the same, but we get to, make them our own.
Yeah.
With fabric choices and other things. I really like it. I finished up the Enfield Horror. I got his little Tiefins in there.
I did the Tiefins. The Tiefins were cute.
Finished up Jersey Devil, which I think last time I just had his little belly done. So I got him all done. And started on the Chupacabra. Got his frame entirely done. And I think I got most of the black done. I need to go in with the green and the detailing and finish up. He's got the
Yeah.
little skull and bones that you got there.
Yep, he's got the little skull and bones.
I'm also trying to bring the frame down as we go. As we add a thing, I try and bring the frame down.
I moved the frame a little bit, but I did not get very
It's a chonker. It's a chonker frame.
It's a chonk frame. Well, and each little guy's got a chonk frame. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, do I stitch on this frame or do I stitch on this frame? I don't know what frame to be working on.
So they're coming along. I knew I was not going to keep up with this one because I had the other big stitch along going. I am going to spend a little time dedicated to getting a little on this done, getting some on the Hobbiton done.
Mhm.
But depending on how this next week goes, because I took off for the entire week, and we
Mhm.
do have a lot going on. If I'm feeling it, I might have to start a new start.
Ooh. That's spicy.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's awesome. Yeah, our projects are really coming along, and I think we're really getting there on some of them.
And I think, similar to your Sweet Life, I've been thinking about how to finish this, because for me, this is friggin' massive. It's not nearly as massive as for you, because you made good decisions on your fabric choice. But mine is ginormous. And it's like, I don't know if this is a thing of wichelt linen, but it's very transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very transparent. So I was like, how can I finish this? How can I finish this interestingly and differently? And I think I'm actually going to put it on a canvas.
Ooh.
I think this is going to be canvassed and maybe framed, but probably just like a floating canvas.
Mhm.
And I think that will look really cool, especially since it's got its own frame to it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Stitching the frame, you don't need to buy a frame, right?
Exactly.
I don't know.
I mean, that's my logic.
It looks really awesome. I think we're doing a great job. Yeah. I don't know what I'm getting into next. I'm probably going to try to finish that sister's wedding cross stitch, and I need to make some momentum on Life is a Game. I didn't stitch on that at all this week or this past 2 weeks. It's bad.
It's been crazy.
It's bad. I don't know what's wrong. I look at this Pac-Man eyes and I don't want to finish them. And it's only like 12 stitches. I just don't want to do it. I keep looking at it, I'm like, I don't want to deal with you.
Sometimes you get like that with a project, though. Sometimes you're just like, not today.
Yeah.
Not today.
Not this week. So that's where it's at. But
Makes sense.
we are possibly going to have a delay in posting, just so you guys know, because the Thanksgiving holidays coming up, and
Yes.
her crazy schedule and my crazy schedule with the holidays, it might be hard to get our episodes out on time, so just be aware there might be a delay, but we are going to keep going.
Yes, we absolutely are. Last thing I want to talk about is last time I said I would show some of the stuff I have been hauling in slowly every time. I'm just like, Etsy gets you.
Etsy does get you.
Hang on, I gotta reach. Hang on, I gotta get up again.
Stretch! Oh, you can't stretch.
I can't stretch.
You have little arms.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh.
We got snow this past week, like our
Mm.
first big snow. My dad was in North Carolina, and he calls. He's like, it's 74. It's beautiful. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. It's snowing here and it's dark. It's snowing here and it's dark at 4 o'clock. Leave us alone. Our seasonal
In
depression.
Frostburg, we got flurries.
Shut up.
It didn't even stick to the ground.
Shut up.
It's cold.
I'm not even
We
sad
have the
about
same
it. I just am
temperature.
like, stop rubbing it in everyone.
We have the same temperature. We just didn't get the snow.
Yeah, you just don't get the snow. It doesn't stick around.
Yeah.
So let's see here.
I'll hold one. You hold one.
Well, I'm just gonna do one at a time here. So these are some freebies. I shared these on the 21 Halloween projects in 2021 Facebook group, but I never actually talked about them on here, which is stupid. So I'm gonna share these. These are both by V Stitchcraft. I found her on Instagram, but she has her own website. And this is Cauldron Flowers.
That's really cute.
How cute are these? And I meant to print everything out, but I did not because I couldn't get access to the work printer without people noticing what I was doing. And this one is Moon, Stars, and Mushrooms. And
That's really cute. I love that one.
that one. This one might be my next start.
That one
Just
is
for a
really
little
cute.
thing. Super cute. Super fun. Love it.
It is really cute.
Some other stuff I have purchased. I bought a bunch of stuff. 2x2 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy was having a sale, and I bought a bunch of stuff from her. This one is, and I would not consider myself a sampler stitcher, but I think that is because I always think of traditional samplers with the alphabet and everything. I don't really care for that. But these samplers I'm kind of into. So this is sampler number 74.
That one's really cool.
Isn't that pretty? The frame is gonna be a bitch, but like,
oh yeah,
it's so pretty. And I'm thinking of doing it in like kind of like autumny colors, like browns and golds and reds.
Yeah,
like
that would be really pretty.
I got these all up here. This one is, let me get a better picture. It's actually a little more viewable. Again, by 2x2 Stitch Art. This one is called Flower Sampler.
That's really cute.
I don't think it has any other names. I love it in this colorway, but I might change that slightly too. But
that's really
cool.
cute.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. This one is called Floral Galaxy.
Oh, I love it. Oh, that one is so pretty.
She's got a couple of these that are just like, oh.
And that's 2x2?
This is 2x2 Stitch Art.
That one's really cute.
And
you don't tell me when there's sales.
I know, I'm bad. This one I might actually stitch maybe for a Devynn. This one is, this is just called, I believe it's her landscape number 1 is I think the name of the file.
Aww.
She's
that is beautiful.
Again, several of these.
Beautiful.
So obviously I rated her stuff.
So is that a full coverage?
Yeah, that one is full coverage to fill the hoop entirely.
Girl.
So like, and then like getting it all the way to the edge of the hoop is like apparently it's apparently work.
Oh my gosh, how many things did you buy?
Yeah, this is over time. So this one is actually an older kit, and I bought this because it's not really my style, but it reminds me of here. It reminds me of home.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's really kitschy cute.
It's very kitschy cute, and I know family members who would like be like, okay, that's totally us. So this is Garden Country.
That's really cute.
The quilts was the thing that got me.
Yeah.
Because we live in Amish and Mennonite country, and you go to places and you see these beautiful handmade quilts.
There are quilt shows, quilt shops, quilt.
And this is by Cross Stitch Kits Alla, A-L-L-A. We'll link it below again. You'll even go to yard sales, and people have their beautiful hand-embroidered quilts just out on a clothesline. Like, you can totally buy this.
Every now and then they show up at, like, the thrift stores here.
I know.
Very rarely, but it does happen.
Yeah. And it's just, we live in quilt country. This one I am definitely stitching for you. It is by Little Dove Samplers. And it is more evident all the time. It is a nautical sampler, and I know you have some nautical theme rooms.
Oh my gosh, when I unpacked my stuff, all these things were kind of like scattered throughout our bedroom.
Yeah.
And when I was unpacking, I just started setting them all on my dresser. So now I have this entire nautical scene going on my dresser. I have a mermaid bookend set. I have a glass little whale. I have 2 treasure chests that just hold, I think they hold like sea glass and different like odd treasures from the ocean. I have a picture frame with a whale and some like bits and bobs of like ocean crap that I collected when I went to Maine.
Yeah, when your favorite destination is Maine, you end up with a lot of lighthouses and nauticals and whales and mermaids, and it's very just, it feels magical up there. It really does.
Yeah, and so I've apparently collected all kinds of weird stuff.
And this one says, life isn't about waiting for the wind to change. It's about learning to adjust your sails. Which is cute. A life lesson we all need every once in a while.
That is so cute.
I love that one. Let me see here. I think I'm getting close to the end. So it hasn't been ridiculous.
So is this everything?
This is everything I've purchased since the last time I talked. Because I never thought like, oh, when I buy a pattern on Etsy, that's technically haul. I didn't think about it that way.
You're so cute.
I know.
My problem is I buy and then I immediately start. Like the Sisters cross stitch, I just started it.
Yeah. I have some that I did. Like when I wanted to do the crow, which is right up above us, I was like, I want that. I want to start it right now. I would buy it and I started it. But these I've just like kind of like slowly added to stash. This one is a different kind of thing.
Oh, it is big.
It is humongous. Actually, it's so big, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys. But it is,
there you go.
It is a former kit that they have the pattern for. So it is called Green Village. Just jam it up in there, see if I can get the camera to focus.
It's focused.
It's ginormous. It's called a Green Village, and it was a former
Dome
kit. I bought it from the Stitch with Love store. I have no idea if that thing can go into Pattern Keeper, but it better, because there's no other way I'm doing it. It's too huge and too much confetti and little things to keep track of.
Dear.
So it's got to go in. And I think that's it. Yeah, that is it. Everything else I have bought and started and you have seen. So,
That's so funny.
So I've got a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, you do.
I'm watching a lot more Flosstube because I can watch it at work, which is putting more stuff in my cart. Thank you so much, Flosstube.
Yeah. I've been watching some Flosstube. I started watching Helen D.
Oh yeah.
Since you mentioned her, so I was watching her to check out her finish ideas, and she's got some cool stuff.
Yeah, she's got some really.
She
cool
did like
stuff.
a Halloween tour of her house. That was really cool. Like of her Halloween finishes. That was really awesome.
There's some really cool stuff out there, and everybody is so inspiring, and it's like.
Yeah, it's
like,
amazing.
oh, my skills need work.
I don't know if yours do. You have a lot of skill. Like, you should give yourself credit for it. Like, the Halloween banner, the Halloween Ouija board, those frames.
Some good stuff.
You've done some awesome work here.
Thank you so much. My stuff to finish my haunted house should be here, so maybe next time I'll show you my cool finish idea that I'm not going to tell anybody because I'm kind of afraid it won't work. So I'm like, I'm not going to put all my eggs in that basket until I make sure it works.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. I understand that.
Yeah. So that's what we've been up to. That's what we will definitely be doing, a year-end, like year in review / plans for next year kind of episode.
Mm-hmm.
We think we can time it to go out on New Year's, but who the hell knows with
Yeah,
our life
depends
and
on
time.
holiday stuff.
It does.
You know.
It entirely does. So we will be back with more stitchy goodness. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope your stitching goes well and your holidays are awesome, and wherever you are, hope the world is getting better for you. I don't know.
That's a wonderful message.
I try. I don't know. I'm so exhausted just from like prep for people. I'm like, good God, that's such a small problem in the world. So like, everybody else, take some time, stitch, be de-stressed.
Be de-stressed, yes.
Yes. All right.
Bye, guys.